Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna do a little Allen wrench restoration here, kind of. I've got some large standard Allen wrenches on this side, and you can see that's exceptionally larger than that right there. And then I have some large metric ones, blue metric, over here, and they're kind of hard to tell what size they are and stuff and which ones are which. You know, if you put this one right here and this one over here, how do you know which one's standard and metric? So just make it a little bit easier to determine which is which. I am going to color code them, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that here in just a second. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is take a wire wheel to all of the Allen wrenches and clean them up a little bit. You know, turn it on and run this across there so they're just a little bit cleaner, and you can see the number stamped on there better whenever I paint them. And then I'll wipe them down with a rag so the oil gets a little bit of the oil off so the paint sticks better. So now they're cleaned up a little bit. You can actually see the size stamped in them, 3/4 right there. Shine them up. Now I will wipe them down with some rags. That way they will take paint a little bit better, because I'm sure they are quite oily. So wipe them down with a rag, and then I'll show you the next step. So the next step would be to take your Allen wrench that you have cleaned off with the wire wheel and take some electrical tape, and we are going to wrap it around the actual ends that you would use, so they do not get any paint on them when we go to paint the wrenches for the color coding. Because that would add a certain thickness, and beside that, it'll wear off quickly anyway. But believe it or not, a layer of paint may screw with whatever size you need it to be regardless. So paint your ends like so, and put your electrical tape around so they don't get any paint on them. I'm going to go ahead and do that to all the wrenches, and then I'll show you the next step. So the next step is going to be you got it taped up, and now you need to paint it. So I got standard on the left here and metric on the right, which would be blue, standard would be red. So take your paint can and simply get started painting. That's one side of that wrench done. And I'm going to paint the rest of them, and I'll get back with you. So I painted them, and they're somewhat dried off. I kind of did it quickly for video purpose. But so the next thing, all you need to do is take your electrical tape off. So there's a nice clean line right there. You know, and there's no paint adding on a depth for your size, so it doesn't screw your size up any, which is really nice. So it's a fit exactly like it should. And that's a standard big hex wrench. And you can still see what I can't get the camera to focus exactly on it right now, but you could still see the size stamp right there, 3/4. I'm sure it's backwards to you, but so there's a big standard wrench, and obviously it's going to be the same on these metric, except different color, blue. Nice clean line right there. So, you know, it's just a better way to keep your wrenches organized. Maybe if they're older and they're kind of rusted up, you know, seen some use in their day, this is a good way to clean them back up. And like I said, it's probably hard to tell for you, but you can still see that stamp right there. That's a 19mm. So, standard metric big Allen wrenches. That's how you can make them look better than they did before and organize them better. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a good